Hi guys, I hope you're doing really well and practicing radical self-care. In this video, what I'm going to talk about real quick is just a little bit more on the relationship with the narcissist, sort of healing from the cognitive dissonance, this idea that you have in your head of two different people, the person that you thought you loved, the mask, and then the person that you end up meeting during the devaluation and discard phase, which is drastically different than the person that you thought they were. And so that creates a lot of confusion when you're getting out of these relationships and you're trying to heal and process. But one thing, that's my espresso maker, my friend's espresso maker. But one thing I think is super important to accept and very difficult to accept if you are one of the survivors of these relationships is that unfortunately the narcissist that you were with never loved you. It was never love. If love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love is not prideful, love keeps no record of wrongs, they do not love. And it's not personal. It's not because you are not lovable. I think that's part of the thing that we really internalize is somehow it's our fault if we would have done something different, that we're not lovable. And the narcissist will try to convince you that had you done something different, there would have been a different outcome. But I am here to suggest that that is incorrect. That's not true. There's nothing you could have done to stop the narcissist from cheating, lying, gaslighting, manipulating, because that is just what they do. And their inability to bond with you or love you or with your children is not about you at all. It has to do with them. And I know that they faked love in the beginning and they love bombed and they made you think that they loved you, but that was a very surface, shallow thing. They don't really love. They don't really bond. They like it when you're bonded to them because then they get to take and you get to give and they get all sorts of wonderful things from you, right? They love to have people bonded to them and feeding them supply and adulation, but they do not bond. So yeah, the person that you thought you fell in love with, the person that you thought you had this grand romance with, like that is absolutely incorrect. They never loved you and they never bonded. And I know that's really hard to accept, but look at how, I don't know if you, in my personal experience, a narcissist I was with never bonded with my son, who he was with for over a decade, and he also discarded him. So it was like that kind of, it was horrible for my son, but also like, it showed me that this person just didn't connect, didn't bond with either one of us, even though he spent over a decade with us. So he just didn't have the capability of bonding, and it has nothing to do with our lovability. He's not bonding with the new source of supply and her children. It's never happened. It's not happening, right? So just if you look around at their relationships, you'll see that they don't have long-term, really deeply connected, emotionally intimate relationships. Their relationships that they have with their friends and family, if any, are surface and shallow. So, I know this is super hard to hear, but yeah, they never loved you. It wasn't love. They looked at you and thought, what can I get from this person? What money can I get? What sex can I get? What adulation? Will this person make me look good to society? It's all about the image, right? So these people they are not authentic. They are not real people, right? They wear a mask. And so I'm sorry if you fell in love with the mask that was carefully cultivated to get you to bond with it and fall in love with it for the purpose of extracting things out of you. Supply, emotions, money, sex, all those things, whatever you could provide. Maybe it was a mask of normalcy. Maybe you provided a mask of making them look like a good married man or married woman when they were leading a double life with perhaps a sex addiction or multiple affairs, right? So you might have been their mask of normalcy. I don't know what you provided to them, but it was something. And it wasn't love. They are not interested in reciprocity. They're interested in power. And for them, they want you to love them and they want you to be bonded to them. So they have to present a image that they love you, but it is false. So once you accept that that person never loved you, they never really bonded with you, they didn't bond with your children, they are not really connected, then it's, I think, it easier to sort of move on, because you realize that you were duped. It was a fraudulent relationship. It was fake love. It wasn't real. It was fraud. You were defrauded by a con artist. And I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Emotional con artist. I'm so sorry. There are people in this world that are capable of love. There are people that are capable of reciprocity. There are people that actually want to bond with others. Like, I want to bond with others. I'm very picky about who I bond with these days, but I definitely want to bond, and I have really good friends that I'm very bonded with. But I think it's super important that you just come to terms with the reality that you were with somebody who didn't really bond with you. And if you have a big ego, that might be hard to accept, but it's okay. It had nothing to do with you. They don't have the sticky glue that's needed for relationships. So I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I'll check in soon. Bye.